Hello. This is purely experimental, but hopefully something that I have to say resonates with at least one other person in the world. So, hello, my name is Catherine and this is my channel, and I'm just a person. Female, married, Christian, I have one husband, and I have 10 children. So this is kind of like, I guess, a chat, but I should first explain to you. You are currently set up on like this bendable arm thing, and I've attached the arm thing to a bicycle, and we're at my house and it's windy. And did I say I live in Melbourne, Australia? So it's currently sunny, but it's winter, so it's 13 degrees Celsius. Now that I have gotten that out of the way, I can't even remember if I told you that I have 10 children. I probably did, but wow. So I want to talk today about how when your day starts off wobbly, or like that feeling of, oh great, this is going to be a bad day, how do I regroup, and what, I guess, can I advise other people that might be out there dealing with children of various ages, especially teenagers, and you're not like a fully sorted, perfect, none of us are, just a side note, if you think you're perfect, then that may be your problem. But I started off this morning feeling like there was a lot of conflict in the house. I had one child desperate to go on a bike ride, and that child's too young to go on a bike ride by themselves, so I asked another child to go, and I didn't think it was that much of a big deal, but it ended up being a very, very big deal, to the point where all of my older children absolutely did not want to go on a bike ride with my younger child. Conflict resolution 101. It's sometimes really hard to parent, especially if you're sort of self-taught, or if you yourself are dealing with your own personal issues, and then you've got these teenagers with their opinions and their points of view. And you know, it wasn't like we weren't yelling at each other. I was seriously like one step away from crying just over the whole I can't please everybody situation. But I regrouped by saying to myself, what's the plan? I got a piece of paper out and I just wrote down. So this is like the advice part. So everything's up in the air. Everything doesn't feel right. The main conflict was over the fact that I seem to be micromanaging everything. So in our house, we have a certain time of the day where everybody's supposed to be up and out of bed. And then we have certain expectations. So children are to make their beds, make sure their room's not messy. So if they have like dirty clothes from the night before, they're appropriately put in the wash, not inside out, with like pants, shirts, socks, and underwear all attached and everything inside out. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? And that we have breakfast in a timely fashion, that the dishes are done at a certain time, and that didn't factor in I didn't factor in how much you guys would wobble when it was windy, so sorry about that. But this is what happens when you film outside. And I'm filming outside because one of my lovely children has made lunch, and they're all eating lunch, and I am eating fish. So after I talk to you guys, I will go and eat my fish. But I don't want to make this video like crazy long, but basically, let's get to the point, Catherine. I went back to, what time do we need to get up? What do we need to do? What time are we meeting in the lounge room to start our day? And when are we taking time off tech? When's packing away time? And I explained, especially to my older children, that this simple framework works in our lives to make our lives easier, so that when we have free time and we can relax, that we don't have huge messes around us. We all like when the house is tidy, but not all of us like tidying the house. Me, as the director of the show, if you will, I'm trying to teach my children self-discipline and goal setting and how to be motivated. I'm also factoring in that all my employees are different. They're all different, and God has made us to be different for a reason, and He's made us the way we are for a reason. Like, it's not a mistake. Is the wind coming again? But if we have this simple framework, that has honestly what has led me to being able to cope with 10 children. I see it a lot on social media where mothers have started making jokes about drinking alcohol to get through things, or I will have complete strangers make comments saying that your house must be a zoo and it must be crazy and you must never get any rest and you must be run ragged. And I may look ragged because I've just left my hair be curly today, but honestly, I live this simple, peaceful life because we have made this framework. We have made certain getting up times, lunch times, packing away times. We have simplified the home, so we have less stuff to deal with. We have homes for everything, and it's easy to pack away, and it's easy to maintain it. But the wheels had kind of come off a bit. I'm not expecting perfection. And like the lovely Jordan Peterson mentions, incremental changes are far more sustainable than just a like, we can't be like that. We have to be malleable. And I think a wonderful part of being a woman is that I am like tender and gentle. It doesn't mean I don't have rough edges, and I don't have sometimes where I deal with anger or bad behaviors that I need to work on in myself. But by sitting down, I got together with my older children that have jobs. We wrote down the shifts that they have on the calendar. Some of my children have camps coming up. We wrote down them on the calendar. We discussed. That's really important to me. With my children, I constantly say to them, I'm available to chat. I'm not just a dictatorship where I say, this is it or else. People can talk to me. People can discuss with me if there's a problem. And hopefully we'll get to the point where we have like this resolution that we're both happy with. And you know what? It's midday. The sun's still shining. We're back to all smiling at each other and feeling good again. But parenting ain't no joke. It refines you, it challenges you, and it stretches you. And if you, for whatever reason, stumbled across my video and you're feeling a bit downtrodden today, keep fighting the good fight. Exhale. Take some time out. Have a drink of water. Come outside for a few minutes. Record yourself on your phone having a chat. You don't have to upload it to YouTube. I do it because I really love communication with other wonderful humans out there. And I really want to be an encouragement to other people. I never want to be up on my ivory tower and being like, I got my whole life sorted out, perfect. And if you don't sort it out, you suck. No. Compassion, grace, love, generosity, spirit fingers. So hopefully what I said encouraged you today. We don't have to wait for the whole day to be over before we restart. We can restart now, and we still may end up going on the bike ride after all.
Not sure what I'm doing here, and the days don't work out the way I thought they would. And before you there was no one who understood. Never found somewhere I fit in. Until I met you I was feeling lost. But you're the one who can make it go away. All you have to do